Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to our second district spotlight for the 2021-2022 school year. I am Dr. Chris Delgado. I have the honor of serving as the superintendent of Farmington Public Schools, and I have a wonderful group with me here today to highlight in this month of November, month of Thanksgiving. We have with us Mr. Tom Neal, who is the coordinator of the Junior Optimist program, and three students, Ronnie, Srivatsan, and Hamdan, who are going to introduce themselves in a moment, and we're going to talk today about the Junior Optimist. So let me start with Mr. Neal, our Junior Optimist coordinator. Tom, can you give us a little background on what is the Optimist Club? What are the Junior Optimists? And what's kind of our participation rate here in the Farmington Public Schools?
Well, thanks for asking. Yes, the Optimist Club obviously is trying to help bring out the best in youth and our community. And of course, when you do that, you bring out the best in yourself. So what we do in the Farmington Public Schools is we try to run what we call a Junior Optimist program, where we put clubs in as many schools as we can. Right now, we have 10 clubs in the Farmington school system, 2 high schools, 3 middle schools, and 5 elementary schools, for a total of 194 kids are signed up so far.
Wow.
Or signing up every week. What we try to do is obviously help the kids develop some leadership capability by running for office and running and doing the projects. In other words, we don't tell them what to do. They figure it out, and they figure out how to make a better community through their efforts. And so that's really basically what we're all about.
Well, that's fantastic. And, let's talk to the students now. If you could just introduce yourself one by one and tell us what school you're at and, what grade you're in. And then I've got a few questions. We're really interested in learning about the Junior Optimist today.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm Hamdan Faisadeen. I'm a freshman at North Farmington, and currently I'm serving as the president of the Junior Optimist Club here.
Hi, my name is Shri Balaji. I am a freshman here at North, and I am currently the vice president of Junior Optimist.
Hello, my name is Ronnie Viman. I'm a junior at North, and I'm currently the lieutenant governor.
Wonderful. So not only are you part of the Junior Optimist, but you have you're serving on the kind of board, and as Mr. Neal said, you have some leadership responsibilities that you're learning in terms of running an organization. So let's jump right into it, and maybe we can start with Ronnie, and we'll kind of walk down the line. Why did you join Junior Optimist?
Well, I've been Junior Optimist since I was in kindergarten, so part of it was my mom telling me about this program, but once I finally got to start with it, the programs that we did and how we helped our community was so important to me that I stuck with it even when I moved away.
Excellent.
I joined Junior Optimist because I thought that joining it would help me make an impact on my community. I have no prior experience with it, but I thought this year was as good as any to try my shot at maybe an office position and get some experience and help my community.
Good.
Yeah, just like Shri, this is my first year doing Junior Optimist, and I just wanted to join to try something new. I haven't done anything like community service acts in a group setting in the club before this, and it was really interesting to me, and I really wanted to lead something like this, and I just really liked it.
Well, fantastic. I mean, just the idea alone of trying to try something new when you're in high school and do some good for your community is really admirable. Let's start with Shri on this next question. What kind of projects are you talking about doing for the community this year in Junior Optimist?
Currently, we have finished our first event. We cooperated with CARES, which is a local charity organization. We did a trunk or treat where we passed out candy to anyone who came. And currently, we're talking with CARES, that's a charity organization, about possibly doing food drives. And we also have other plans like making Plarn out of plastic bags. So we have a bunch of stuff lined up.
How about other projects? Yeah,
adding on to Shri about the trunk or treat, it was a really successful event. We had upwards of 900 people come. We partnered with a bunch of organizations there, and we just had a great time doing it. Some other events we had planned up, maybe just ideas for now, or kind of raking local churches, local mosques, stuff like that.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it is a little bit early in the season, and so they really haven't gotten too many community projects going yet. So they will be a lot more as they get going.
Okay. Ronnie, anything to add?
Well, At the state level, we're working on establishing connections between different junior optimist groups. And we're restarting basically because of what happened last year during the pandemic. But we're making a lot of progress. And we also started off the year with a book project for Juneteenth, where we collected books from Black authors with Black characters. And we have a list of them that we sent out to junior optimists.
That's fantastic. Wonderful. So, it sounds like there are a lot of students in our school district, 194 students, 10 different clubs across elementary, middle, and high school. So that's wonderful. Obviously, you're doing some really good community work and you're supporting people in the community, but it's got to be a little bit fun too. So can you talk to us a little bit about kind of what's fun about joining Junior Optimists? What's fun in the meetings and the events and kind of the camaraderie with other students?
Yeah, Junior Optimists, starting off with the meetings, we like to dedicate a lot of time just to the icebreakers and team bonding. A big part of that is just like helping get together as a group, and we have to know each other very well for doing all these events, and we get to know each other, and it really helps us coordinate better. Throughout the events, it's just a lot of fun. We get food usually, and we just hang out for a long time and do community service acts, and it just feels good to you just doing that for the community.
A couple of upcoming events too. December 4th, we're going to ask all the junior optimists to be in the parade downtown in Farmington. That's the Light Up the Grand Parade. So that'll be on December 4th. And then in February 27th, we're going to have a team building exercise. And again, all the optimists, junior optimists, are going to be encouraged to come to that team building exercise. And again, it's getting to know each other, building camaraderie, and learning a few things about how to get along.
Wonderful. Anything else from the students about what's fun about Optimist, Junior Optimist?
I found it really fun when we were making meetings. So with the office members, obviously we're going to be planning the events. And I remember one time we went to Tim Hortons or something. We just sat there for an hour, discussed all this stuff, and I found it really fun just hanging out with friends. It was more about the experience I feel than actually getting the community service hours for graduation. So I feel just being there with friends was the most fun thing about playing the events and going to them.
Good.
Wonderful. So I have a really important question for you. The last couple of years have been a real challenge for the entire world, and especially you as young people and students trying to deal with COVID and go to school through COVID and all of the uncertainty. It's been really easy to be pessimistic in this world and in the pandemic that we're living in. So I'm really interested to hear from your perspective as a young person going through school and for Mr. Neal and myself to hear from you. What does optimism mean for you, or why do you think optimism or being optimistic can, or do you think it can help deal with the challenges that we've been dealing with?
So during the pandemic, for me personally, mental health was a really big issue. And being optimistic through that time and being with the junior optimists helped me overcome those issues that I was going through. And I think being optimistic to me means to just trust yourself and trust your ability to help others.
Good.
Yeah, kind of adding on to what she said, being optimistic, you have to, no matter what, you have to always stay up and you have to be strong at all times. COVID really tested us with this, and it made it really hard for us to stay strong and persevere through all the hard things we were going through. But as we do Junior Optimists, we try to have enlightening stuff for the community, and it really helps us feel good about ourselves and just help other people out. It makes us just feel better. It helps everyone else be more optimistic as well.
Yeah, I feel being optimistic means having a positive outlook in life, and with quarantine and all that stuff, just kind of drowning us in all this bad stuff that's happening around us. I feel it's really good to keep a positive view on your world. That way you can continue living with hope and whatever. And with this club, we're able to spread a tiny bit of that to the people around us, and I feel that's really important.
How about for you, Mr. Neal? What does optimism mean to you? I know you're involved not only in the Junior Optimist, but in the Optimist Club at large.
it makes life a lot better in the sense that you have a better perspective on trying to get things done. You can accomplish more because you find ways to make things good, and you can build better relationships with people if you're optimistic and kindly towards people instead of being the other way. So I found to live.
I can tell you that the meetings I've been involved in, the events, from the Optimist Club, both in this district and in others, there's just a certain feeling when you walk into the room of positivity and energy and happiness. And it's hard not to have that be contagious. And it's such a warm and welcoming place to be when people have that mindset. There are so many reasons to be pessimistic in this world and so many excuses or obstacles that get in the way. But if you really look at kind of, life as a glass half full as opposed to half empty, you can really kind of see the positivity and see the wonderful things that are yet to come. So
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that. So one last question for the students. If a student came up to you and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about joining a club. Tell me about the Junior Optimist." What would be maybe the top thing that you would recommend in terms of the positive aspect of joining a Junior Optimist club?
I would recommend Junior Optimist because I feel like it would really make a student's day better. And really, like, when you're part of Junior Optimist, you're surrounded by like a collection of people who also really want to have a positive outlook on life. And with that, there's a bunch of team bonding, like Amon said, with our icebreakers and stuff. And I find it really fun to go to these events and do all that stuff with people who share common beliefs as you and who are interested in doing community service. So not only are you able to have a positive outlook on life, you can also help out your community while doing it. And I feel like that really, at least for me, makes me happy.
Yeah, adding on to that. Whenever we go to these events, we always feel really high energy and happiness just going through the air. And we know it's really like it's a good time to be there, and everyone's just having fun as well. We're just not doing this for volunteer hours. We're doing this to help everyone out, help the community especially, and it makes everyone just feel happy all around.
Yeah, just adding on, it becomes part of your lifestyle, looking for ways you can help other people, and it becomes like a really huge and important part of your life.
It's a wonderful, wonderful words of wisdom. It can become a life habit of an approach, a conscious approach every day to try to stay positive, to stay optimistic despite the challenges that we have. Any final thoughts from Mr. Neal?
I just am totally impressed what I've seen over the years from the youth in our school system. When they get involved, they can come up with some neat ways to make this world a better place. And that's the only thing that's going to work to make this world better is young people stepping forward, learning how to make friends and be leaders and go forward and make this a better world through optimism.
I couldn't agree with you more. And, through a quality education and good positive experiences like that, I'm confident and proud of these young people and confident that the world's going to be in good hands. And with that, we want to thank you for participating in our November Spotlight, and have a wonderful day.
You too.
You too. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.